Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm sorry if I seem a little out of it or really tired. It is like 2 in the afternoon and Savannah just went down for her nap, but I've been trying to get her to nap since like 12. So I am starving now. I didn't eat lunch yet, and all we had this morning, I had like a chai latte this morning, and we didn't eat like any actual food. So I'm starving. I'm gonna go downstairs, make myself some lunch, and we're gonna get on with this video. I also need to do a little bit of cleaning because I think Brandon told me that he thinks one of the dogs like threw up, so I need to wash their blanket that they potentially threw up on. Gonna check that now, and then I'm gonna make my lunch. It's just gonna be a salad. I showed this salad recipe in my video yesterday, so if you guys want to get the salad recipe, just check out my last video. And I'm also gonna show you guys briefly how I make it and what goes in it, and yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then I wanted to talk to you guys about what the biggest point of this video is, and I think I'm gonna do that when I eat my salad. So I'll see you guys after I clean this blanket, throw it in the wash, clean this couch because I'm seeing it now, and let my dogs out. Okay guys, I'm gonna run you through this salad recipe really quick. Again, if you guys want to watch this, you can watch this in my last video as well. I make it there as well, but I'm just chopping up some cucumber and tomatoes. Feel free to use any kind of cucumbers and any kind of tomatoes that you like. These were what we had on hand, so they're what I am using. I'm also going to be slicing really thinly some onions. You can also use red onions. Those are probably more preferable for most people in a salad anyway. And I'm also going to be adding some avocado. So this salad is really good with other stuff as well that I didn't have on hand. So if you like spicy, definitely add like jalapenos, pickled or fresh. You can also add olives, those are delicious, and like torn basil is really good in this as well. So feel free to just add whatever you'd like. I am seasoning my vegetables before I put in my cheese because I feel like cheese is obviously seasoned and you don't really need to season it too much. So I'm cutting this cheese into little cubes. I wouldn't typically use this cheese. It's not like my cheese of choice, but this is all they had at the store when Brandon went. So it's just what I'm using, and it worked out fine, and it still tasted good. I normally would not put this, this is like a crumbly cheddar from Trader Joe's, but it was gonna go bad soon, so I wanted to at least get some use of it. So I put it in there, and this salad is like ginormous, guys. I wouldn't typically have like this much salad, but I was starving this day and I was so stuffed after this, but it was fine and so good. So definitely make the salad if you like these kind of ingredients. You can feel free to add any types of protein to it, like shrimp or chicken, if you want to make it more filling. But for me, I think the avocado and cheese makes it extremely filling, so it's delicious and just a light but filling recipe. So definitely give it a try. Okay guys, so right now I am eating my lunch, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about what this video is basically gonna be about. Obviously I'm taking you guys through like a day in my life, but the main topic of this video is going to be, I've decided that I want to go on like a diet. I hate that word diet, but it is what it is. It's not going to be something that I expect to sustain for a very long time, because it's just like with my lifestyle, it's really difficult to be on a restrictive anything, or honestly to have like such a set routine. So this is more of a temporary thing, and then from there I can implement it into my lifestyle. So I wanted to talk to you guys real quick about my plan on this journey, and I wanted to take you guys along with me. I think I'm gonna do like weekly updates and obviously all that. So I think I'm just gonna start with like an 8-week cut. I don't work out, so that's a big thing as to why like I'm doing this. It's really difficult for me to work out because obviously I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't have like a nanny. Right now obviously Brandon's home, but that's not something that's realistic when he goes back in the office. It's really difficult for me to work out unless it's during like nap time, at which point I would prefer to, one, relax, and two, get stuff done around the house. So I'm not gonna prioritize working out. I try to have a semi-active lifestyle when I can. I have nothing against working out, but it's just really difficult to fit that into my schedule. Brandon and I actually spoke last night about buying like a stationary bike so that I can work out. But personally, I think that weight loss and everything that has to do with fitness revolves around your diet. You can't feel good if you don't fuel yourself with good foods, and you cannot like work out a bad diet. And that's my personal opinion. I've lost a lot of weight in the past, and I've gone on a diet in the past, and I've seen a lot of progress just with changing the foods that I eat, as well as the like food combinations that I eat, and I know what works for my body. So with that being said, I'm gonna take you guys through what my plan is. This is gonna be, I wanna say 8 weeks, but depending on how I feel, I'm gonna reevaluate once the 8 weeks are up, and then go on to maybe 12 weeks and beyond, and see like what I wanna adjust with my diet. So, I'm like not even eating. Let me eat first, hold on. Okay, now that I have some food in me, I was so hungry. Anyways, so for breakfast, my plan, and I just want to also say, I am someone, I can eat the same meal every single day for the rest of my life, as long as it's like a meal that I like, and like, I'm fine. Like, I will get like a sweet tooth and like a savory tooth, but I never have like cravings that it's like, I can't eat something else. Like, I will be completely satisfied with eating the same meal forever, as long as it's a meal that I enjoy. And that's actually what works best when I am losing weight or like on a diet, because when I feel like I introduce so many different like stimuluses to my taste buds, I start to crave different foods. So I like to keep things simple, and it's just what works for me. So my plan for breakfast is to have oatmeal. I'm either gonna just prep and make like cold oatmeal, overnight oats, or I'm going to just eat a packet of oatmeal. I know those aren't the healthiest, but again, convenience is also something that I have to prioritize, because time is not always on my side. And I'm also going to have that with some eggs. I'm the type of person, oatmeal does not fill me up. I don't know why. I hear people saying like, oh, like oatmeal is so filling and it keeps me like full for so long. For me, when I eat oatmeal, immediately after, like I feel like my hunger starts to go. So I wanted to pair it with a protein. So I'm gonna have that with some eggs, whether it be hard boiled, scrambled, fried, any way that I want. I'm not focusing too much on calorie intake. I know just by being on this diet that I will be in a deficit compared to what I am at now, which is why this is what I'm trying to do for 8 weeks. And then from there, since I've been eating healthy for those 8 weeks, if I feel like I've plateaued again or I'm not seeing progress, I'm going to start to cut more. But I think that's a big mistake that everyone makes. Like, they say like, I'm gonna go on this diet, and they like set a number of calories, but they don't do the math to where like what they were eating in that moment, and then this cut is too drastic and they can't sustain it. So I know mentally, like, I know what portion sizes I need to be eating in order for it to be an appropriate amount. And I also am aware that just making this change to the healthy foods and being mindful is gonna be like a calorie deficit. I'm going to be in a calorie deficit compared to what I'm eating now. So if that makes sense, I'm also breastfeeding, so that burns a lot of calories. So it's like kind of difficult for me to really like calculate what I need to be eating, and that's why intuitive eating is such a useful thing. So anyways, that's what's gonna be for breakfast. For lunch, I'm either going to have a salad like this, but probably not, because this is something that I need to like have fresh constantly, and I don't know. But I think my plan for lunch is I'm gonna do chicken. I'm gonna bake some and prep it, have it cooked in the fridge so I can heat it up, some rice and some veggies. That's like my go-to, chicken, rice, and veggies. Or a protein, rice and veggies. It's so satisfying to me, and I feel like it like gets all of those like like hunger needs or whatever that I have. And after the meal, even though it's such a healthy meal, I feel like I don't need to eat anything else and I feel great. For dinner, this is where most of my diet goes down the hill because dinner is obviously like a family meal. And for dinner, my plan honestly is to be mindful and to portion control. And that's always worked for me. But this time around, we're gonna be trying to be mindful as a family. So before I made whatever we wanted to eat and I just portion controlled, and sometimes I didn't. But this time around, I know like Brandon is also trying to be healthier. We're trying to be healthier as a family. So we're gonna stop eating certain foods that are unhealthy. A big staple in our dinners, to be honest, is pasta. And I'm not giving up pasta. I also know that my body doesn't react that bad to pasta, actually. We're gonna portion control when it comes to pasta. But another big thing is like we eat a lot of chicken cutlets. It's one of Brandon's favorite foods and it's easy and simple to make. So we eat a lot of it, but there is a lot of oil because it is fried. So we're gonna stop probably eating that, or at least try to eat it less and have healthier alternatives to that. So those are the switches I'm gonna be making. For dinner, I'm also gonna try to make sure that I have more veggies on my plate so that I know by the end of the meal, I'm always satisfied. I have a huge sweet tooth after dinner. I don't know why. It's just like, I'm like in this habit of like thinking about dessert after dinner. And that's another thing that I need to break that habit. So I'm gonna try to do things like have healthier snacks. I used to love having dates when I had a sweet tooth after dinner. So probably pick some of those up or something close to that. Where did my dog go? Okay. And having like tea and making sure that I am hydrated. That's a big thing too. I don't drink enough water. I drink a lot of like diet drinks and that's obviously not good for you. So I'm gonna make sure to also drink a lot of water. So in this video, it is Sunday. It is Sunday, August 2nd. I'm gonna be starting this tomorrow. It's already 2 o'clock. I'm actually gonna spend part of this day prepping for the week ahead. I'll show you guys what I do. So starting tomorrow is when I'm going to start this official diet. I hate that word, but honestly it is what it is. I'm not expecting this to last forever. I know that I'm going to have to restrict more to get to the part that I want to be in life, where I want to be in terms of physique. And again, because I'm not working, I'm not working out, sorry. I can't get to certain things. Like I can't expect to have like a really toned built body if I don't work out, you know what I'm saying? So the dietary things is one, to be healthy, to cut down a little, and mainly to break certain bad habits, I think. So yeah, also I totally forgot, for snacks, I have no problem snacking on fruit. I snack on fruit now, I always have. So I'm still gonna drink my Diet Cokes or Coke Zeros, you guys. I'm not giving up everything that I love in life, and I enjoy eating healthy. That's my biggest issue, honestly. It's not that I can't eat healthy, it's that I enjoy eating healthy, I enjoy eating unhealthy. I am just a food lover, so it's really difficult for me to cut anything out. I love food, I like big portions of food, I enjoy cooking, I enjoy trying new things. So that's mainly my issue, is that being on a diet can be limiting on the types of foods that you can have and all that. And also like I said, I love big portions of food. So anyways, that is my little rant or spiel that I had to give. I'm going to eat my salad and then I'm going to show you guys things that I'm going to prep and things that you can prep to get yourself set up for the week. This is regardless of whether you're on a diet, trying to lose weight, have any kind of goals in terms of your weight or physique. This is something that you can do just to get a head start at being healthy for the week, or having food conveniently to, at your disposal, so that you're making healthier choices as opposed to grabbing some Oreos. I will say something that I've gotten really good at since living with Brandon and having a kid is I'm not tempted to get anything out of my pantry. Like in my pantry, I have tons of junk food, tons of chips, Oreos, like crackers, a bunch of stuff. And I kind of just forget about it. I'm not tempted at like grabbing those things. It's kind of like in the past when I knew that there was something in the pantry, I knew like it was kind of like I was gonna be the only one eating it, so I would eventually eat it anyway, so I would just go get it and eat it. But now I don't view food as that. I eat what I want and I don't eat what I don't want. So yes, I'm gonna finish my salad. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do and what you can do, and probably a few easy recipes and tricks to being successful at just being healthy. Okay guys. Just finished my lunch. I am so full. It was like a struggle for me to even finish that. So let's get to cooking. I'm going to just hard boil some eggs. When I make eggs to eat like fresh, hard boiled, I soft boil them or like medium boil them. When I'm gonna store them back in the fridge, I hard boil them. Something about cold runny yolk is really nasty to me, and I think that it's probably nasty to most people. So I'm just gonna do 6. I'll probably do like 2 a day, so these will last 3 days. And I'm actually gonna transfer the rest of these into this older carton that I have just so it can fit in that egg compartment in the fridge, because I hate having eggs like just on the shelf for some reason. It just like really bothers me, unless it's in like a cute container, but this is not cute. So I'm just gonna fill the water to cover the eggs, to just cover them. I don't need like a whole ton. Bring that to a boil and let it cook for about 10 to 12, 13 minutes from the start of when it boils. That's what I do at least. Oh no, 10 minutes. Next thing we're gonna do is my rice. I'm using jasmine rice. This is week 3 on this bag of rice. We'll probably have it for like another 3, I think. But where's my little cup? Oh, here it is. So I do measurements of rice after it's cooked because I prep it. So I'm gonna cook about 2.5 cups of rice to 5 cups of water. I always do a 1-to-2 ratio. Jasmine rice is like by far my favorite rice. Cool. That's it. So now I'm gonna wait till my rice comes to a boil. I'll put it on a simmer, put the lid on, and let it go until it's cooked. It takes like 15-20 minutes. I just look at it and I can kind of tell once it's like absorbed all the water and it looks fluffy. So next thing we're gonna do is make some overnight oats. So I do have those instant oatmeal packets. And I actually do like them, but a lot of the time it's just really hot. And just like with hot oatmeal in general, it's just really like hot and I'm not always in the mood for it. So I'm gonna do cold oatmeal, so I have that as an option as well. I don't know if I should do 2 or 3. I'm gonna do 3 so that it matches perfectly with my eggs. So 3 days of eggs and 3 days of oatmeal. Now the trick to getting good overnight oats is to use quick oats. I know so many people that don't know this and use like rolled oats. It's not gonna give you the same consistency. So we're gonna do 1/2 cup. Next, we're gonna do some ground flax and ground chia in both. I'm gonna eyeball it. I don't really care. Probably like a little over 1/2 tablespoon each. And for our fruit, I'm gonna put a banana in each one. And this is what makes it filling, you guys. This is what is going to bulk up your oatmeal and make you feel like you're actually eating food and make it also taste good at the same time. So, as I was saying, I used to work at a like juice bar, restaurant, health food place. And this is kind of how they made their oatmeal. They did it a little bit differently. I make tweaks to, you know, fit what I like. So they always put some fruit, and I'm just gonna cut my fruit up small. Okay. So I'm gonna put strawberries, bananas, and blueberries, some cinnamon, a drizzle of honey, and almond milk. You can definitely put like protein powder. I know a lot of people put protein powder, and that will definitely make it more filling, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not a huge fan of protein powder in general. I do have it and I do use it sometimes, but I don't know. I would rather just like eat the food, and I can see how it can be very helpful if you're on a bulk to just put like calories into your diet. However, I obviously am not on a bulk and I'm not looking to gain weight, so I don't think that there is really room for it in my diet. I'm also not working out, so yeah.
That's good.
And I always use a container a little bit bigger than what I think I need, because the chia seeds are going to expand, the oats are going to absorb all that liquid. Grab a spoon, and I eyeball the oat. I've done this enough. I like my oatmeal to kind of be on the runnier side. I feel like it tastes better. I don't like when it's like this congealed texture. Also, chia seeds will absorb the milk as well. So, yes. And I'm gonna add a drizzle of honey in all of them. And then I'm gonna give them a really good stir. You can probably also shake it with the lid on, but I'm just gonna stir. Definitely make sure you mix it, you guys. If you don't mix it, the kind of like the bottom will have like unabsorbed oats. The chia seeds won't absorb the liquid properly, and it just won't be as good as if you mix it. So take some time, give it a mix. The banana, when you soak it overnight, kind of like infuses the milk with flavor and makes it so good. So that's why I soak it. And the blueberries and strawberries will stay fresh as long as they're not, you know, in there for too long. So 3 is perfect for me to make. Can't wait to eat. Okay. Gonna close them up. Stick them in the fridge. And that is breakfast for the next 3 days. 1 of these and 2 eggs. It's gonna be so filling. I might not eat them back to back. Maybe I'll have like part 1 breakfast and then part 2 with the eggs, or whatever I'm feeling. So that's it for this. Okay guys, so I am going to be making some fresh pasta at home for dinner tonight. My rice, by the way, is done, and my eggs are as well. I'm just letting them cool off before I store them away. Anyways, getting into the pasta, it's such an easy thing to do. So many people don't realize how easy it is to make pasta. We're gonna do, I believe, I'm gonna make sure with my measurements, but I'm pretty sure it is 2.5 cups of flour. There are different flours you can use. I'm just using all-purpose. So let me just make sure. This is a 1/2 cup measurement, so yes, 2.5 cups of flour. Yeah, I'm gonna give this to you after, actually. Want this one? Here, hold this one. eggs. I've let these rest for a little bit. They're not exactly room temperature, but they're basically room temperature. So I'm gonna crack 4 eggs into there. If you don't have a mixer, you can do this whole thing by hand, you guys. I'm gonna get this going on a low speed. Okay, I'm going to add some salt and olive oil. Just a little bit of oil, like a tablespoon or so. And let this go. It's starting to become a dough now, so it's kind of still crumbly. You want it to form like an actual dough, and then let it knead for like 8 to 10 minutes until it's soft and very smooth looking. Okay, so my dough is done. In the meantime, all I did was peel my eggs. I put them in a plastic bag and I just put a napkin in there to absorb any water. So these are gonna go in the fridge. Oh boy. She got a hold of the napkins. Okay, my dough is done. It was about 11.5 minutes that it needed for. And now it is one uniform like dough. And you can knead it on your surface some more if you feel like you need to, but it's nice and silky now, and that's what you want. And this dough needs to rest, so I'm just gonna wrap it with some cling wrap and let it rest for 30 minutes at least. Right now it is almost 4, it's 3:54. This is gonna rest until at least 4:30, then we're gonna roll it out, cut them into the shape that we want, or cut it into the shape that we want. Cook it, make the sauce, and that's gonna be our Sunday dinner. You want this? So I will get back to you guys in 30 minutes. Let's actually leave this alone, okay? We want it to be well rested. You wanna come up? Come on. What did you do to my chapstick? 1, 2, 3. Okay guys, I am voiceovering this portion of the video and recipe because this is the hectic hours of my house. So first thing I'm doing is chopping some onion and getting that cooked in the pan with some olive oil. This is going to be for the sauce. This whole recipe comes together, you guys, and I'm not even kidding. Like, if you're not making fresh pasta, it is such a quick recipe and it's a homemade sauce, so give it a shot. I made this in another video as like a spicy sauce, and this one I'm doing the same thing, but I'm not putting any red pepper flakes because we wanted to try it without it, and Brandon is also not the biggest fan of spicy. I've said this in a bunch of videos now, but yes, that is why I am keeping it out. I do end up topping mine with some red chili flakes though. Now onto the dough. This dough has been resting for 35 minutes. So I'm cutting it into quarters and making sure to wrap the quarters that I'm not using in that moment so that they don't get dry. I'm gonna flour my surface and start rolling this out. If you have like a traditional rolling pin, it's gonna work so much better. This is just like a pastry rolling pin that I have. I definitely need to get like an actual one. Or if you have a pasta machine or a pasta attachment to your KitchenAid, these things are going to be so convenient to have. I don't though, so this is what I'm doing. I'm just rolling this out really thin. The thinner, the better, honestly, in my opinion. I think that people will think that the pasta is pretty thin, but it won't actually be as thin as it needs to be. So definitely just, if you're unsure, roll it out a little bit thinner. So I am focusing on the length of the pasta, not so much the width, because the width only determines how many noodles you get, whereas the length of the pasta obviously is going to matter more. So just rolling it out, and once I roll it to the like desired length and width, I am going to fold it up into maybe like an 2-inch log and then I'm just gonna cut it into about 3/4 of an inch, or maybe a little more, like about an inch. And this is gonna give me my pasta once it is unwrapped. And then I'm gonna set it aside and put some flour on it so that it doesn't stick, and then continue to do this with the other 3. And I'm also making my pasta sauce, so I'm obviously keeping an eye on that. I want to say, I know a lot of people like trim the edges of their dough so that their pasta is like perfectly straight. I just chose not to. I honestly didn't really care if it wasn't like perfectly straight, so that's what I'm doing. So right now I am seasoning my onions. I'm putting salt, pepper, garlic powder, and a ton of Italian seasoning, and getting those seasonings cooked. And then I'm going to go ahead and add, this is about 3/4 of a can of this little can of tomato paste, and I'm going to add that. And this is all happening on like a medium low heat, and I'm going to let my tomato paste cook. I also have a pot of boiling water with a lot of salt in it, coming to a boil, so that when my pasta is all done, it's gonna go into that pot. Okay guys, so I switched the angle so that I can show you guys what I'm doing. I'm tossing my pasta into the water. I did add heavy cream to my sauce that I didn't film, but that's what I'm doing, and I'm adding a little bit more because I felt like it needed it. And I'm just gonna season this with salt to taste. So that's all that it is for the sauce, you guys. If you want, before the heavy cream, you can add a little bit of vodka, like a tablespoon of vodka, and let that cook out, and then go ahead and add the heavy cream. What I just did is saved a little bit of that pasta water, and I'm transferring my sauce over to this bigger pot after draining my pasta, just so that it's easier to mix. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add my pasta noodles back, give everything a stir, add a little bit of pasta water. I totally forgot at this point, definitely also add some Parmesan cheese. You can use a great quality one or whatever you have, and season this to taste. And I did have to end up like putting everything back in the pot and then doing it, but you guys, even without the Parmesan cheese, it was delicious. So don't even worry about it if you don't even have it. It's still so good. So this is it for the entire recipe. This whole thing was from scratch, you guys. The pasta, the sauce, and it came together so fast, and it's so delicious, and definitely such a good way to go into a week of healthy eating and dieting. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm going to close the video out right here. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. This pasta is so filling, you guys. I literally could not even finish, but it's gonna make great leftovers for tomorrow. And Savannah loved it as well. I put some red chili pepper flakes on top of mine, and it was awesome. So that is it for this video. I hope you liked it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.